In the entire UPSC prelims paper, this section is the most scoring section. And if you want to crack prelims 2026, you have to perform in this section. Guys, most UPSC aspirant, they lose precious marks in this section because they prepare randomly, because they do not analyze the PYQs and they randomly follow various current affairs compilation. They lose their time and they lose precious marks inside the exam hall. Guys, today in this video, I'm going to analyze last 20 years of IR map based questions, and I'm going to prove to you that UPSC question setters have a pattern of asking questions. There are some themes which are getting repeated every year, and if you strategically prepare, then within 1 hour you can prepare this section and you can secure 5 questions, means 10 marks in the UPSC prelims examination. Guys, these days the cutoff is not even 90 to 100 marks, and if there you can score 10 marks just by 1 hour of study. Guys, what else do you need? Guys, today first what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you that number of questions coming from this section is consistently very high, and what you need to do is that first identify the types of questions coming and then see how the UPSC question setters are framing questions so that you prepare the questions in that manner only. Also guys, I'll tell you the sources from where UPSC is picking questions from international map related questions so that you prepare the exact sources. Let us start guys. So what I've done is that I have analyzed 20 years of UPSC questions, okay, UPSC PYQs, and then I have found out that there are 8 types of questions. There are 8 types of question in international relation map based questions. You have to prepare, you have to understand all these 8 types of questions and you have to prepare along that lines only. Do not go for random preparation. Many aspirants, what they do, randomly they are watching videos, randomly they are collecting places, randomly they are doing, and they are wasting a lot of time. After this video, you will get a clear indication what kind of questions you need to prepare for, what is the direction you need to do. Okay, so let us start guys. The very first type of question which is coming is country why in news. They will give you the name of the country and they will ask you reason for being in news. This is the most easiest question which you can expect in international relation map based questions. Directly they will give you the name of the country and why it is in news. So what you have to do is that all the major countries which are in news for the last 1 year, okay, just prepare why it is in news. For example, Iran, okay, the nuclear program, okay, like Venezuela, the president was arrested. Like this, what you have to do is that just, okay, why in news, okay, do not go in detail. Many aspirants, what they do, they go in detail, they waste a lot of time. Guys, in UPSC, time is the biggest asset what you have. You have to understand where you have to go in depth, where you have to just have the superficial knowledge and you can score the marks. Because if you start reading everything, you will end up preparing nothing. Okay, now next type of questions, what they do is that they pick one country which is in news, which is having a lot of importance for the world, okay, and then they go statement wise question on that country. See this question which has come on Venezuela. Okay, they have asked question on Venezuela, statement wise questions. This means what? You need little detailed knowledge on some countries, not all countries, because mostly questions will come like this, but some countries which are very important. For example, Venezuela was important, so statement question was asked. Now you will ask, why is Venezuela so important? Guys, Venezuela is so important because of its oil reserves. Because of its oil reserves. So whenever some country is in news and if it is having, okay, largest resources, for example guys, Venezuela, okay, let me just show you another question. Let me show you another question. There was a question which came few years back on basically, okay, cobalt deposits. Cobalt deposits, DRC. Okay. So those countries you need to read little bit in depth. Little bit in depth you need to read. Now see other questions which are coming. Very recently, in which country lakhs of people are suffering from famine? So famines, you need to prepare famines. Okay, which country is suffering from famine? Like in 2025, which country was in news for famine? Okay, Palestine, Gaza, this was in news. Then Yemen, then Sudan, these countries are in news for famine. Somalia. Now see this question, guys. Which country is suffering from decade of civil strife and food shortage? You see, this famine theme, this food shortage theme is coming repeatedly. You see here also famine question. You can see this. Here also question is on famine and hunger. Here also see question on famine and hunger because of civil strife. Okay, Somalia is one country which is having decades of crisis going on. Okay, next you see Ebola virus. Where did Ebola virus started? So any medical emergency throughout the world, you need to know which country is this. Like the monkeypox, mpox, cholera outbreak. Sometimes in Africa, many countries will have cholera outbreak. So which are those countries where have cholera outbreak? Or suppose in some countries, okay, there was what? There was kind of drought or forest fire. Like in many European countries, particularly along the Mediterranean this year, there was forest fire, a lot of fire incidents because of climate warming. Okay, so this was in news. Drought, you know, in many African countries, South African countries, okay, there was culling of elephants. They were killing elephants because there was so much hunger. So that was also in news last 1 year. So you have to see which are the group of countries they are in news for some reason. That is also very important. Okay, or lithium triangle for lithium 3 countries. So group of countries are also very important. So you see this type of questions are coming. So just you need to prepare which are these countries which are important for this year. Like we have the Venezuela, again Venezuela was asked, but Venezuela is again in news. Somalia, okay, next DRC, next Iran, next we have Ethiopia. So if you want a detailed video of, okay, this year which countries are in news, why they are in news, if you want a detailed video, I'll make a separate video for that. In the comment box, you know, tell me. Today I'll just do the PYQ analysis. I'm going to show you how to prepare. This video is for how to prepare. I'll show you the type of questions and how to prepare. So you need to basically first understand what kind of questions are coming so that you know how to prepare. If you want me to prepare a detailed video on which are the countries in news, why they are in news, what kind of questions you can expect from Iran, I'll prepare a detailed video, separate video. In the comment box, do let me know. Okay, so this is how you have to do. Okay, next type of questions is border countries. Means they will give you the name of the countries and they'll ask you the border. Okay, you can see here Afghanistan border they have asked. Okay, here you can see Ukraine border they have asked. So generally what they do in border countries, what they do, okay, where some major conflict is happening, okay, they will ask the border. Okay, they'll ask the border, or some refugees are crossing the border and going into other countries, then they will ask the border. Okay, or some major conflict like the Ukraine war. Okay, you can see Israel border they have asked. Why? Because Israel-Palestine conflict is a very major conflict. One of the biggest conflict which is happening in the world is Israel-Palestine conflict. So you can see here this year what kind of conflicts are going on. Thai-Cambodia border, then Sudan, lot of refugees are crossing the border going into the other countries. So border of Sudan is very important. Then Myanmar, you know, Myanmar crisis, that is one of the biggest crisis for the last 1 decade is going on. Rohingyas, refugees. Okay, then Ethiopia is having issue with Eritrea. Ethiopia border is very important this year. I'll make a separate video, detailed video I'll just want to show you, okay, which are the border countries, how to decide. What people do is they randomly start reading all the countries and they start memorizing all the borders. Can you remember 180 countries? Can you remember 180 countries, their border? You can't. You simply can't. Don't do random study. Understand how questions are getting picked. Ukraine war, is one of the biggest war in the last 30 years, guys. That is why it was asked. Afghanistan country is very important for India. Afghanistan is very important for India. That is why it was asked. Maybe Myanmar they will ask. Maybe Bangladesh they can ask. See, one is the world level, which country is important, which conflict is important. Only those border countries they will ask. Or they will ask you which countries are important for India, because you are preparing for Indian civil services. So they will ask which country is important for India. Afghanistan is a very important country for India. Then Bangladesh, then Myanmar. This year I am thinking Myanmar can be asked or not. So I'll make a detailed video on this expected countries, but I'm just showing you what should be your mindset while preparing this. Guys, this kind of analysis will not get anywhere. Okay, so do stay till the end. 5 questions means 10 marks. You are securing yourself. Okay, let us go to the next, guys. Conflicts in news. Again, this is a very favorite theme of UPSC. Conflicts in news. You can see here North Kivu, Nagorno-Karabakh, Kherson, which is the Ukraine conflict. Okay, then you see here Arab Spring. Then you say two-state solution. All conflict. This is Israel-Palestine conflict. This is Arab Spring conflict. This is the major conflict which is happening last 2, 3 years, 4 years. You see the DRC conflict we have. Then we have the Ukraine conflict. So regions in news. Okay, regions in news is very important. This year again I am expecting one question on regions in news. I'll give you some regions, but again I'm saying I will make a detailed video on all the regions. Okay, if you ask me to make a video, but let me just show you few regions which you need to prepare. You can see Israel, Gaza. This region you need to prepare. Then Israel, Lebanon. Then DRC. Then Ukraine, Russia. Again it is in news. So these are the regions you need to prepare. These are the regions you need to prepare. Okay, conflict regions. Guys, like this, I'm predicting important questions. Okay, for the last couple of years, guys, most of the questions which have come location based, whether it was the country, whether it was the region, whether it was the water bodies, I have been able to predict all the questions. This 10 marks, easy marks. Okay, so I'm collecting all the important reasons. I'm framing questions as per the UPSC pattern, guys. You can join my expected questions. These are predicted questions. This is not just a test series, guys. You may be solving many test series, but this is predicted questions, because I have myself cracked the prelims examination 6 out of 6 times. See my scores, guys. See my scores. One of the highest score scored by any UPSC aspirant in the last 20 years. You can see the scores. And I have cracked 6 out of 6 prelims, which is very rare. Very rare you will have this kind of distinction, someone scoring 6 out of 6 prelims. So I know exactly what works in UPSC prelims, and I can help you crack the prelims exam, because many of you are suffering in prelims, because prelims is becoming unpredictable. But if you follow my advice, if you follow my strategy, if you follow my mentorship, you have high chances of cracking the prelims examination, guys. Let us move on to the next theme. So next theme is, guys, again, let me just show you regions in news. Conflicts in news, now regions in news. Regions in news is very important. You can see this. Anatolia, Amhara, Cabo Delgado, Catalonia, then Aleppo, Kirkuk, Mosul, Mazar-e-Sharif. Then you can see Sahel region. Sahel region. So regions in news, again a favorite theme of UPSC. Okay, this is one question guaranteed every year. Regions in news. Most of the regions are taken from conflicts only. Okay, wherever there is conflict, those regions are focused by UPSC mainly. But regions can also be asked, for example, mineral resources. They can focus on that also. Okay, that there is a possibility. But generally, regions are asked where conflicts are happening. Okay, where conflicts are happening, like Sahel region. This was one which I had predicted exactly, that Sahel region is going to come, and it came in the examination. Okay, so regions in news. Let me just show you some of the regions which I think can be asked. Is Ethiopia region, guys. Amhara, Tigray, Afar. These are some regions which I feel very important. But again, I'm saying I will make a detailed video on all this theme. All this theme, I'll make a separate video collecting all the regions. I'll explain you what kind of questions also you can expect on that region. Second is, guys, you can see Somaliland. Again, a very important topic this year. Somaliland, a region. You know, Somaliland is now recognized by Israel. Okay, there is a huge controversy. Okay, so this is regions in news. Next type of question is water bodies in news. Every alternate year, one question is coming on water bodies. Every alternate year. Okay, I'm seeing this. This is a pattern. I don't know. They have a fixed pattern of asking or question or not. So 2024, they will ask. then 2025 they will not ask. They'll ask in 2026. Like this, they're like every one gap year they're asking one water bodies. You can see this question. Okay, Mediterranean Sea, Mediterranean Sea. Okay, if you see, remember in 2024 they have asked North Sea. North Sea. This question also I had predicted. North Sea is going to ask, and UPSC asked North Sea. Next year, I think one water body is definitely going to come. 2026. Okay, one water body definitely it will come. I have prepared a list of 10 water bodies which I will be sharing in my prelims batch. I can also make a video on that if you want. Let me know. Okay, guys. One more thing. Please do like the video and share the video, and please do subscribe. A lot of you are watching it, but you are not subscribing it. Once you subscribe the channel, you will get notified, and also it motivates me to make more such videos, because collecting all this, analyzing all this takes a lot of effort. I'm taking that effort for you. You also have a responsibility for the channel to grow. Okay, so please do your duty also. Okay, you can see here, guys, Caribbean Sea. This is one water body which I feel very, very important. This is Caribbean Sea. Next one is Strait of Hormuz. Very important, guys. Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important choke points. Okay, very, very important. Strait of Hormuz. Okay, next, guys, refugee camps in news. It was asked once only. I think in 2022, refugee camps in news. Okay, so maybe they will ask refugee camps also. Nowadays, you see lot of refugees in Syria, lot of refugees in Palestine, lot of refugees in Sudan, lot of refugees in DRC. So if they ask refugees, they will ask these refugees only. Okay, mostly. Okay, you can see they have asked question on refugees in Africa. Okay, you can see Zamzam camp of Sudan. That can be one. Palestine refugees. They can ask you question on Palestine refugees. I prepared exact list of refugee camps. You can just follow it, guys. Again, I'm saying this is 1 hour, just 1 hour. If you follow my cards, I have prepared Optima flashcards on each important themes. Just 1 hour, and 5 questions are in your pocket. 5 questions are in your pocket. It's so easy. But if you just waste your time doing random study, then guys, no one can help you. Okay, next, guys, one more thing. I have analyzed 25 years of UPSC question, and this year I am also adding lectures from CDS, CAPF, Geoscientist, and other UPSC conducted exams. Guys, these videos are really very useful. There are around 100 plus videos in this course. 100 plus videos in this course. This is a unique course, guys, which you will not get anywhere. You can also join my PYQ mastery classes. This PYQ mastery classes, theme wise, I have discussed all the questions, important questions of last 25 years. Just by doing PYQs, you will be able to solve 25% of the UPSC prelims questions. 25% means out of 100 questions, you can solve 25 questions just by PYQs if you master the PYQs, and it will give you a kind of mindset what to focus upon. So PYQs are not just like exactly the same question comes. Okay, maybe it can come around 20-25 questions are coming, but what PYQ will do is that it will save your time. How to study, what to focus, that is more important, guys. Questions may come, question may not come directly from the PYQs, but the themes are getting repeated, the type of questions are getting repeated, the format is getting repeated, and once you master this, guys, your brain will go move in the right direction. That is important. Okay, so PYQ mastery courses also you can take. Guys, next is the militant groups in news. This is again very, very important. Militant groups in news. Generally, people ignore this, but this is also very important. I believe one question which is pending for the last 2-3 years, I'm predicting every year, but till now question setters have not asked question on this format. But this year, I believe militants in news. Okay, Somalia, we have Al-Shabaab, then we have the M23 rebel in DRC, like this kind of rebel groups also they can ask you. Okay, rebel groups also they can ask. You can see what all we have said. Okay, formats I have told you. Okay, let us see how many formats we have completed. So let us just revise. Okay, so first one what I said was country in news, 1. Second, border countries in news, 2nd. Then 3rd, conflicts in news. 4th, regions in news. 5th, water bodies in news. 6th, refugee camps in news. Seventh, militant groups in news. And the last one, the most important one is community in news. This is already asked in UPSC PYQ. You can see here Kurds, Madhesis, Rohingyas. Again, Rohingyas are important. Kurds are important. You see, this theme is also very, very important. You can expect a question on that. Here, guys, Syrian Kurds are in news. Okay. Syrian Alawites minorities in news. Okay. So I have collected all important communities in news also. This was the 8th and the last type of questions which have come in the UPSC prelims examination. Simple questions. You need not study in depth. Just simple questions. They're asking the community and which country they belong to. That's it. Simple question is they asking. So this is how you have to prepare. Okay, go through this video at least once more. 2 times watch this video, you will get an idea what to focus, which topics you need to go in depth, which topics you just superficial knowledge is needed. Because guys, you have to save your time. Most aspirants do not fail in the prelims examination because they don't work hard. They work hard, but they don't know what are the areas where you need to work hard. They are doing something where the return on investment is not high, and they are ignoring some areas where return on investment is very high. Okay, guys, I was able to crack 6 out of 6 prelims. How? Because I knew what is important and what is not important. I focused on what is important. So guys, you can also crack the examination very easily. Okay, so again, I would like to just appeal to you. This is my PYQ mastery classes. You can make use of this. This is very important. The link will be given in the description, and this is my most important predicted question series. You can make use of that. Okay, this is a number. You can Telegram and you can get the access of these tests. Guys, again, I would like to appeal, do like and share this with all your friends who are preparing for 2026 prelims, and do give your feedback. Do you like this video or not?